Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you haven't checked the news, Dusan Vlahovic, the Fiorentina striker from Serbia, is officially moving to Juventus. This is a great transfer for Juventus, obviously, not so much for Fiorentina. So, yesterday, I made a video about Dusan Vlahovic being a potential transfer target for Manchester United. Now, obviously, I didn't make that video as in he is a transfer target, for January, but rather for the summer. He was linked with Arsenal. That transfer didn't work out, mainly because Dusan Vlahovic had COVID, but also because Juventus entered the race. And both Dusan Vlahovic and his entourage thought that Juventus was probably a much better fit. And I think they're right. And I'm going to talk about that later on. So I made that video because I thought that he's gonna stay in Fiorentina for the remainder of the season and then move in the summer, where Manchester United would definitely be looking for a striker with both Cavani and Anthony Martial leaving and potentially even Cristiano Ronaldo. There's gonna be a striker shortage at Manchester United. So I thought that Dusan Vlahovic could be a potential target then. But obviously that's not gonna be the case now because Juventus just signed him yesterday. So we're gonna watch a video of his top 10 best goals. And then based on that, we're going to try to determine what kind of striker he is. And then how are Fiorentina and Juventus going to be affected by this transfer? And also, what does this mean for Manchester United's future plans when it comes to recruiting a number 9? Okay, so let's watch the video. I thought it was going to be a regular penalty, a Panenka. Look at Szczesny. Come on, man. Why would you let him do you like that? Come on, man. Who's that? Wait, that's Axel Tuanzebe, the Manchester United defender on loan. Come on, Axel. Come on. Oh, dude. And between the legs. Inter Milan. You see who that is? Number 37. That's Milan Skriniar from Milan. Another amazing defender. And this goal is amazing because Skriniar doesn't think he can pull it off from that angle, and yet he did. Amazing goal. Again, first time shot into the bottom corner, no chance whatsoever. Great finishing. Van Persie would have been proud of that goal. Again, always balls behind the defense. Amazing. Go around the keeper. Like poacher goals. He's a poacher. That's what he does. He scores goals. Amazing. From a very tight angle as well. Very good. You see, I hate these kind of goals because you know exactly what he's going to do. He's one-footed. He's left-footed. He's definitely going to go in a position where he can shoot with his left foot. And yet defenders can't do anything about it. Again, same thing. Reminds me a lot of Arjen Robben. Everybody knows what he's going to do and he pulls it off. And these are similar goals to the ones that Mason Greenwood scores for Manchester United consistently. So, very, very good goals. Oh, is this a free kick? Amazing. Top corner. Very nonchalant about it as well. Amazing goal. And his striking technique is amazing. He really can strike a ball. Again, over the defense. yeah, I saw this. Yeah, I saw this goal. Amazing. This is my favorite Dusan Vlahovic goal. Look at the control. Amazing composure. Over the keeper. Very good goal. Again, long ball to the striker. Hold up play. Amazing. This is amazing. Like, it looks like it's going to be a goal before it even hits the net. But what's impressive here is his hold up play. Perfect center forward type of play. Just hold up the ball, turn and strike into the top corner. He's an amazing striker. I mean, there's no argument there. Juventus are known for being really smart when it comes to their transfer business. And I think that the Dusan Vlahovic transfer is no different. He is a goal scorer. Like, as you've seen from this video, many of his goals are like with balls that are over the defense, behind the defensive line, because he plays on the shoulder of the last defender, right? That's his game. He's a poacher, right? But there are also some interesting goals that show his striking technique, but also his composure inside the box. Like we've seen with the goal against Inter Milan with Milan Skriniar, and the goal against Napoli, for example, with Axel Tuanzebe, is that he controls the ball, he takes his time, chooses the best option there is, but he's always focused on scoring goals. Now, how is this going to affect Fiorentina? Well, I've looked at the stats before I've watched this video, and Dusan Vlahovic has scored 17 goals out of all of Fiorentina's goals. Their next goal scorer is Matteo Biraghi, who is a left back, who scored 4 goals. That means that between their first goal scorer and the second goal scorer, there are 13 goals. That means that if they lose Dusan Vlahovic, now they are currently 7th, I think, in Serie A. If they lose Dusan Vlahovic, they are definitely gonna plummet in the ranking, and I don't think that they're gonna make what was supposed to be a realistic goal, which is making it to Europe. They could have definitely done that with Dusan Vlahovic in their ranks, but now it's gonna be difficult. What's interesting is that this, basically the solution to their goal scoring problems, which was Juventus's problem, because Juventus has struggled this year and last year actually for goals, but especially this year since they lost Cristiano Ronaldo. Their best goal scorer is Dybala with 7 goals, which is nothing compared to what Dusan Vlahovic is doing now for Fiorentina. The other strikers that they have, well, Federico Chiesa is injured. They have the likes of Moise Kean, for example, or Alvaro Morata. And these players are just simply not living up to the expectations. They need a clear number 9, and I think Dusan Vlahovic is definitely that player. Alongside Dybala, you can see them having a nostalgic partnership similar to that Del Piero had with David Trezeguet. So Dybala could be that nimble, creative second striker, and then Dusan Vlahovic could be that goal-hungry, that goal poacher that David Trezeguet was for Juventus. So I think that for Juventus, it makes perfect sense for them to get Dusan Vlahovic, and he could be a player that helps salvage their season and help them get that Champions League spot. Now, for Manchester United, I always saw Dusan Vlahovic as a potential target in the summer. We're gonna lose Anthony Martial and Cavani, and potentially Cristiano Ronaldo. We simply can't afford to have a 38-year-old on £500,000 a week who acts like a petulant child. Okay, so we need to move on, right? But looking at Dusan Vlahovic's highlights, not necessarily from this video, but also from games that I've watched like about 4 games of Fiorentina this season. And while he is really dangerous when he's dealing with the final ball, right? He simply is not involved in the build-up play for his team. So that means that while he's successful at Fiorentina, is because the reason for that is because Fiorentina plays to his strengths. The whole team is geared. They know that they have a special finisher, and so they are all playing for him. It's similar to Jamie Vardy's situation at Leicester, for example. His quality is that he's a line breaker, right? He's great at breaking the offside trap, at running behind defensive lines. And so the way that Leicester plays since the Claudio Ranieri times is basically finding those line-breaking passes so that Jamie Vardy could run into, right? And that's what makes him such a lethal striker for Leicester. It's the same thing with Dusan Vlahovic. But I feel that it makes more sense for him to go to another team in Serie A, Juventus in this case, because he's proven that he can do it in Serie A. Moving to Juventus is basically an adjacent, horizontal move. But if he moved to a Premier League club, let's say Tottenham or Manchester United or Manchester City, these goals would not be guaranteed. In the video that I made yesterday, I talk about how many of the Serie A best strikers, strikers like Christoph Piatek or Icardi or Immobile or even Lukaku and Ronaldo, they haven't lived up to the expectations when they moved to the Premier League or to the Bundesliga or the French League. So always for Dusan Vlahovic, moving to Spurs or Manchester United or Atletico Madrid or Bayern Munich was going to be a big risk. But moving to Juventus, obviously, is a move that just feels good. It just feels right. And I think that he can continue on thriving there. Now, for Manchester United, I don't think that Dusan Vlahovic would have been the right type of player. I still maintain that a player like Julian Alvarez would have been the best type of player because he's a dynamic type of striker who presses well, who is great at the link-up play, and who could complement players like Sancho and Greenwood and Elanga and Marcus Rashford. So I think that depending on who becomes the Manchester United manager in the summer, whether it's Ralf Rangnick himself or whether Ralf Rangnick moves into a sporting director role with, let's say, an Erik ten Hag, for example, or a Mauricio Pochettino, well, we might see a different type of striker. But what is certain is that we'll definitely go in for a striker. But based on what I've seen in this video and what I've seen of Dusan Vlahovic so far, I don't think he would have been the right choice anyway, because for a club like Manchester United, I think we need players that are more involved in the press, more involved in the transition phases, and more involved in link-up play, which I think that Dusan Vlahovic isn't. But I like him as a player, and I like Juventus as a club as well. So I'm pretty sure that he's gonna be quite a good sign-in for Juventus. So thank you all for watching the video. If you like these kind of reaction videos, I'm planning on doing them on different players like Jude Bellingham, for example, or Dominic Szoboszlai, for example. So if you'd like to see similar videos on your favorite players, please make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below and just name whatever player you'd like me to do next, okay? So cheers, have a good one, bye-bye.